Hello there. What's crack-a-lackin'? I'm Scotty. I did not do that right, whatever. And it's that time of year again. I know I have a couple other ones left to do, like this, or The Surfer with Nicolas Cage, I don't think I'm going to be able to buy anymore. I know that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, One Battle After Another, just came on HBO Max. I'm not sitting through 2 hours and 42-minute movie. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's too long for me. Why does Leo have to make movies that long? Why can't they just be an hour and a half? Leo, make shorter movies, man. I love your acting. You're great. You're cool. But can you make your movies shorter? I don't want to sit through 2 hours and 42 minutes. I heard a lot of good things about that movie, so that won't be on any list. But we are here to talk about the worst of the worst this year. Please. Yes, we're here to talk about the top 10 worst movies of 2025. So I'm doing the top 10 worst movies, the best movies. I'm going to rank all the horror, and then I'm going to rank all of the movies I saw this year, which is up to 55. Not including the ones that I haven't done yet, like this, and The Surfer, and The Roses, and Spinal Tap, The End Begins, or whatever. The End Continues, whatever it's called. No doubt I will get to those, but I'm not counting those. So this year there was a lot of good movies, a lot of crap, and we're gonna go through the crap, the top 10 waste of this year. And all of these but one, and I think you know the one, are horror movies. And I think you know which one is not the horror movie, and it is my number one, and you know what it is, and you gotta wait till I get to it before you can hear me gripe. But you already know what it is. You already know what my worst one is. You already know. First thing you think of when you think, what would Scotty's worst movie be of this year be? That's what it is. That's what it is. So, starting off at number 10. Number 10 worst of this year, Fear Street, Prom Queen. Yes. This was disappointing because at the heels of that trilogy, which a lot of people are up and down with, I liked the first two parts, not a fan of the last one, but the last act of that is pretty good, but I liked those original three. This one was generic. It has a different director, different production, all that, and it felt so different. They tried to tie it in the end with a little blood symbol. The killer is obvious because you hired Oz from American Pie, and yes, I forgot his name, Chris something. And it's kind of obvious that he's the killer. Then you do the twist. Oh, guess what? His wife and his daughter are in on it too. Oh, and now there's a blood thing that shows the symbol. So were they possessed by the spirit? By the And how come, like, none of the law enforcement, shouldn't that be Sheriff Good? Or a Good? They don't mention any Good? The 80s, maybe they don't. I don't know. It's not connected, other than being in Shadyside, Sunnyvale, whatever. And then all of a sudden it is connected. The gore is fine, but it's nothing to look at, and it's few and far between. The acting is okay, but this movie's just there. Number 9 is a bit of a disappointment for me, because I'm a fan of this franchise, except for the third one, which is still worse. But it's I Know What You Did Last Summer. And this one has had the merits to be just an okay sequel. They really went with the Gen Z sensibility here with all the language, and all people are just total airheads and annoying, and you just want to speak normal. I don't know what Alpha Sigma means. When I was your age, Alpha was Street Fighter and Sigma was G.I. Joe. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, and in a way, this could just have been a remake, and it'd be fine, you know. And even at the end, when they reveal who the killer is, when they reveal that it's Stevie, I'm not holding back spoilers. That's fine. You're like, okay, I get it. She lost her boyfriend. She wants revenge. Then just have it be the priest. Just have it be the priest that's in on it with her. They were both connected to the guy. That's how you do it. Or, if they're trying to have the logic that you need someone who knows about the murders, how about the fucking podcaster that you introduced at the beginning of this, who is just to be a red herring? How about you have it be her? Right? That would make more sense. But no, Ray. Old reliable Ray, who trudged across an ocean to get to his girlfriend to save her life. This is the guy who has snapped and gone so far. Right? Because he wants justice. Because they want to bury what happened. They want to gentrify and bury what happened to his friends. Oh, you live so much living in the past. It's just, no. They wanted a hook. Pun intended. They wanted a hook. And when they gave it to us, we don't want it. Take it back. No. And then you kill him off. You could have been creative with this and just subdue him. Let the cops show up. Whatever. He's just subdued. You didn't need... And what's your sequel tease? Oh, by the way, Steve is still alive. Oh, are we gonna kill her? Maybe. Number 8 is Popeye's Revenge. And when I was making this list, I had to remember which one is this. I believe this is the one where they go to a house in the woods. And there's the weird girl poking around. And there's a Popeye thing that comes around and just kills everyone. It's the most kind of meh, boring one. But it's still not good. Yeah, that one. I think. Where it's trying to be like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. But with... I don't know. Speaking of which. And I should actually have this here. Hold on. Alright. Number 7. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. I said this was better than the first Winnie the Pooh. Not as good as the second one. But the problem with these movies is that they're holding back too much. The first one made itself... the first Winnie the Pooh, I should say, made it a straight up slasher. A little bit of elements of Winnie the Pooh, and didn't go into it too much. The second one leaned into that. Got a little more creative, a little more goofy. That works. This one said, well, this is our first one. We don't have much of a budget, so we need to lay back. So all the otherworldly elements you could have done with this, with Peter Pan, you kind of held back again. There's no Neverland. It's all in his head. He's a drug addict. Captain Hook is just this kid James that he kidnapped, which makes no sense because Hook's supposed to be older than he is. And why is Peter Pan, who never wants to grow old? Oh, because he's on drugs. He thinks he's whatever. Tinkerbell's a trans woman who's also on drugs. I don't know. It's just... And then they had the audacity to say, well, if we make a sequel, then we'll make Neverland real. Just make it real in the first one. I'm sick of all this. We're going to put out a movie. And we're going to say it's Peter Pan or something like that. Oh, all that stuff you want us to do? We'll do it in the sequel if this one makes money. Just do it in the first one, and you won't have to tease us. This should be over here. Number 6 is House on Eden, which is a recent watch for me. And this is one where that was okay, but it felt generic. Like, it's one of those... It's like, oh, hey, let's do a movie where it's paranormal investigators. We're we're content creators and we're pretending to be paranormal investigators and we're going to this house and have the most. Well, there's a lot of good moments, which is why it's in the middle of this. I was frustrated with two of these, but the reason it gets to be here is the ending. It's so generic an ending where it's like, well, it's one of those movies that is so shit all the way through, like A Night in the Woods, and it just has to be like it's a fountain. It's like we just gotta hit the beats. It's a very generic, and then it's just like they all die because it's a found footage movie. And other movies have proven you can do more with survivors, and they don't all die. It's like this is Blair Witch Project, Grave Encounters, and The Vivitch, with the end with Chris being part of this cult, and it's just sort of meh. That's why it's in the middle. I do not like it, Sam I am, but it's in the middle of this because I can say that I probably watched the top 5 of these, the 10 through 6. I probably watched them again. Hell, I might even rewatch 5, but the rest no more. Number 5, by the way, is Wolfman, and I'd say I'd rewatch this at least maybe just once to give it a rewatch because this is Leigh Whannell, who did The Invisible Man. See, the reason why I was so interested in this one, he took the idea of The Invisible Man, gave it a twist. He tried that here by saying that the wolf thing is some sort of genetic disease, not just the wolf thing. But it didn't work. It doesn't work. Julia Garner is great in the movie. We'll talk about her and my horror ranking, but she was good in this. We'll have to talk about her in my top 10 best, but she was good. Best thing in this. I didn't like the way the wolf looked. I don't know. I didn't like it. No. All right. Number 4 is The Woman in the Yard. And this is one of those where it's kind of unfair, but not really. Because as soon as I saw this was an all-black cast, and it was Blumhouse, I went, this is going to be a message movie. And that's what it is. But it's not what I thought it was. When you think of, and a minute my brain went to it, black family, and they're being, like, washed by someone covered from head to toe in a cloth. The cloth is black. So, that's different. But it's like, is it a racist message? No, it's a message about grief. And then ultimately, the payoff is, give in to the grief and kill your kids. Because that's what the movie says, right? Isn't that how it ends? Bringing her up to, right? Or that she hung herself, or some, I don't know. I don't know what the message of this movie was trying to be, but it just didn't work for me. All right, 3 left. Make it drink. Number 3 is Hell of a Summer. I wanted to be lenient on this. This is the first time directing for Finn Wolfhard and Billy Burke. First time writing. But I'm sorry. It's not just the writer-directors who produced this. What studio looked at this and said, okay, we can do this movie. What studio looked at this and said this is the most generic ass camp slasher movie you could have. And like the reveal of the killers is one of the dumbest thing. Some guy runs into and they're just changing out of their clothes. Oh, the 2 people we thought were dead or not dead, they're the killers. What kind of a reveal is that? And all screams of we needed 1 or 2, maybe 3 more rewrites of the script. It just needed to be sussed out more. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. Number 2 is definitely the worst horror movie of the year. And that's Shiver Me Timbers. That's the Popeye one where the meteor falls down and lands in his pipe turns him into this big CGI monstrosity, and then the other characters are Olive Oil and her brother Castor, and they're running around, and they're just getting killed off one by one by this thing, right? Because I am what I am. Yeah, that one. It sucks. It's the worst of the Popeye ones. It's the worst. And Popeye the Slayer, man, was so good, it was not even on this list. It'll be in my horror list and the other one, but no, I actually liked that one, but these two I didn't. But Shiver Me Timbers, yeah, no, Shiver Me Timbers no more. I don't want, no. Number one, the one you've all been waiting for. Someday the rant will come. Yes, number one, Snow fucking White. I'm just getting ready. The guns are ready. This monumental pile of human excrement, aka crap, is brought to us by Disney, who think they can take a timeless classic and think, we need to fix this. And by fix this, I don't mean change a few things. I mean change every single thing that made this movie what it was. What is the story of Snow White? What is the story of Snow White? Snow White is this girl. She lives in this castle, but she wants more because she's basically trapped there because her evil stepmama, the evil queen, I mean, you should have known she was evil. Her name's Evil Queen. Has trapped her behind this wall. She wants more. She wants to get out. She wants her prince to come save her and take her away from this place and give her a happily ever after. But then the Evil Queen is like, well, my magic mirror says she's prettier than me, so she must die. Sends the huntsman, the woodsman, the huntsman, whatever, out to kill her. Huntsman can't do it. Lets her go. She finds 7 short people who live in a cabin in the woods and mine for diamonds. Evil Queen realizes, oh no, she's still alive. Brings poison apple. Eats it. Die. Sleeping death, whatever they call it. Here comes the prince to save the day. I'm alive, take me away. Happily ever after. Right? Timeless story, timeless classic. There's no need to change anything. It's called a fairy tale because it's about imagination. It's a fairy tale. But no. In 2025, we can't have fairy tales. We need to bog them down with more realism. Can't have a prince save the princess. No. Because our princesses in 2025 need to be strong female leads. Even though she does butt kiss in this movie. Really. So there's no prince. Gone. So that classic song, it's gone. Right? So you got the dwarves. Wait, can't call them dwarves. Not PC enough. I said this in my review. But this is basically the sketch from Blue Collar TV. Where Larry the Cable Guy sits with a group of kids around him and reads these fairy tales that have been politically corrected. That's what this is. Like, every little thing has been changed. There's no prince. Can't have that. Right? So that song is out. Can't call them dwarfs or even little people. They can't even be played by dwarves. Thank you, Pete Dinklage. No. So what do? There are 7 CGI monstrosities is what they are. One of them, which is also voiced by Martin Kleba, who is, in his own right, a little person. Yet he can't actually play a little person, because that's actually paying someone to do their job. You know, these people need jobs. The little people can march around like South Park and go, they took my jobs! Because they did. Because Pete Dinklage running his fucking mouth in an interview, and Disney, who were going to use dwarves, went, oh, no, we can't do that now, and changed their minds the very next day. Oh, we're going to CGI it. Yeah. No. And that wasn't enough. So there's no prince. So we have a group of thieves, because that's better, and he still kisses her and saves her. So it's okay for her to be saved by a man as long as that man is not a prince. Find that logic. I don't know. And then somebody somewhere wrongfully went, you know what? You know what the original one was missing? She never fought back for her kingdom. Well, two things, as I mentioned. She never cared about the kingdom. She wanted to leave. Right? She wanted the prince to sweep her off her feet and take her away. And once she got the prince, she didn't need to worry about her kingdom. But also, the evil witch was knocked off the cliff by the dwarves and the animals. So, she didn't need to fight back for it anyway. So she would have got her kingdom back regardless. But she doesn't need her kingdom because she got a prince to take her away to his kingdom. You see what I'm saying? But no. This is 2025 Disney where we gotta fight back. I mean, strong female leads. So she's gotta fight for her kingdom back. And how does she do that? Do you remember when I was a little girl? And really? That's how you're gonna fight back? And she turns the guards against her and just... I'm doing a whole review again, is what I'm doing. And then they kill her off. How? How? She smashes the mirror and it gets sucked into it. How? And then that's it. The end. They celebrate. Yeah. And she has her not prince boyfriend now. Who, technically though, if he marries her, he'd become a prince and he had a king. So you're kind of getting a roundabout way of doing this. And then there's the songs. The songs, as I'm ranting about this movie, the songs. When they repeat the songs from the original, like Whistle While You Work and Hi Ho and all that, the little bit we get of the Yoli 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 song, that's good. All the other songs they added, including the one, because they think that the evil queen needs a song to sing while she transforms into an evil witch. Why? It was... The transformation in the original one was horrifying. The music, yeah. No, we're going to make it goofy and have her sing during it. Yeah. And one more thing before I get done. Like I said, they bring back the old songs. But the one that irks me the most is Whistle While You Work. Because in the original, she and the animals were singing that while she was cleaning up the dwarf's cabin. But God forbid a woman does housework in 2025. So instead, she's singing it to them while forcing them to clean their own house. Because, God forbid a woman can do house cleaning or do a favor for these people who have let her stay in their home that she just came out of nowhere, right? She's lucky she didn't get the Goldilocks treatment and they freak out on her for eating their porridge. You know what I'm saying? But yes. As I've basically done another fucking review of this movie. It's my number one worst of the year. Snow White, go fuck yourself. So what are your thoughts on my list? What are your top 10? Top 10 worst movies of the year. Let me know in the comments how much you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.